everybody, and welcome back to Time to Go. Bob here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a watch from Boldr. Now, a couple of weeks back I had in their chronograph the Journey, and I really enjoyed that watch, but I find with their latest release, the Boldr Odyssey dive watch, they are really stepping up their game. Before we take a look at the watch though, I came across on Instagram yesterday a really cool app by a watch company I'm not particularly familiar with. The company's called Formex, but they've come out with an app that allows you to try on their watches and try on different bands and different combinations. I just wanted to show this to you. I think it's a really neat idea, and I think it's something that other watch companies should possibly do in the future as well. So let's take a look at the app and then follow that up with the review of the Boldr Odyssey. Okay guys, so basically how this works is, first of all, you have to download the app, and if you search in the App Store for Formex TryOn app, you'll be able to find this. Once you open the app, there will be another link to a site where you can download and print off this funky little band here. So tape it to your wrist, and once you have the app open here, you can select the watch that you'd like to try out, and we're going to try this one. There's a button that says Try On. And it puts your phone into camera mode, so you just hold your wrist in front of the camera and you're able to try on the watch. Not only can you try it on, you can try on the different band combinations, and I just think it's a great idea. And a lot of companies, there's a few companies that they're not very accessible to be able to try on their watches. And for those types of companies, I think this is a fantastic idea. I've myself have been scared to order from certain companies, even though I'm sure they're great watches, just because I haven't been able to try them on. So really great job, Formex, on something that I think is a really worthwhile app, and other companies, to me, I think should follow suit. So that's going to be it for the app. We'll move along to the Boldr Odyssey now. So first up, this watch has come in from Scott from Watches Galore. It's on a bit of a watch tour. Scott has reviewed it, as well as Peter von Panda. After I'm finished with it, it'll be moving along to Chris Marshall and Aron Dunlap. So be sure to check out their channels. So as far as the watch goes, this is actually a prototype. It, along with, I believe, 3 other versions, are available for pre-order on the Boldr site. I don't have the packaging for this watch, which is why I decided to sort of fill in the background with some of my favorite straps. But when you order, I do know that it'll be coming with a really nice leather strap, which we have here, and as well a polyurethane strap. So judging by the quality of this leather strap and the really heavy duty buckle that we have here, which you'll see is signed with the Boldr logo, I assume the quality of the polyurethane strap will be there as well. So the Odyssey here is a little bit of a beefy watch. We have a case width of right around 45.5 millimeters, and that kind of depends on where you take your measurement from. Varies just slightly. The lug to lug is 53 millimeters. We have a lug width of 22 millimeters, which, along with this thicker strap here, really keeps this watch, which is a little on the heavy side, in place. The beefy factor really comes into play though with the thickness of this watch. It is a thickness of 16 millimeters. The crystal we are looking at here is a double-domed sapphire crystal with AR coating, and the water resist is a massive 500 meters. The dial is a pretty straightforward matte white dial here, with date window at 6 o'clock, giving the watch some nice symmetry. The hour and minute hands are nice and thick for great legibility, and the second hand has that little pop of orange, which I really like the look of. As far as text on the dial, we have Boldr and their logo here on the upper portion of the dial. On the lower portion, we have Odyssey Automatic, 500 meters / 1,650 feet. Also, actually, in fine print, I should mention, we have Japanese movement, and the movement is the reliable NH35A Seiko movement, which is hand winding and hackable. Also on the chaptering, and you probably won't be able to make it out, but on the upper portion of the chaptering, it does say helium escape valve. On the lower portion, triple lock crown. So the Boldr here has some pretty good lume, so I just want to pop that up on the screen here for you for a second. And as you can see, we have some nice strong loom here. The all three hands, as well as the hour markers and the pip on the bezel, are loomed. It's nice and bright, so there's no complaints from me when it comes to the loom on this watch at all. The bezel, which looks to be stainless steel with some sort of black coating, has a really chunky industrial look with, again, with a loomed pip at the 12 o'clock as well as markers at every 5-minute interval. It is a 120 click unidirectional bezel, really easy to grip, has a nice solid action too. There's a little bit of play, but not bad. And the alignment on this watch, or on this bezel, sorry, is pretty much spot on. The case on the Odyssey has a very modern angular design. You'll see here on the side we have the helium escape valve. The case is completely brushed other than just these two little spots just above on top of the crown guards. The crown is signed with the Boldr logo, and it has the triple lock system, and due to its size, it is very easy to grip and operate. If we flip the watch over, the screw down case back has some very cool etchwork by an artist by the name of Ashwin Royan, who's a Melbourne-based artist. It has a nautical theme, and you'll see here there's a little sailboat in this wave and also some stars and planets above. The last watch that was in from Boldr also had some etchwork, but the quality is much improved on the Odyssey. So let's check it out on wrist here for a second. So before I show you the Odyssey on wrist, another watch that I've picked up that's been getting the most wrist time in my collection for the last few days is the Seiko Samurai. I just love that blue dial. It is, especially with summer just around the corner, this is going to be a really great summertime watch. So expect to see a review of this in the next couple of weeks. And I just wanted to share it with you. Just loving this thing. So back to the Boldr. So on wrist, the Boldr, it has some serious presence. It's a really well-built watch, and at pre-order prices of $319, to me, it's a pretty good deal for a diver of this quality, especially with that 500-meter water resist. It's a little on the heavy side, but as I said before, with this thicker strap, it does a good job holding it in place. So overall, really happy with the Boldr Odyssey. All right, guys, so that is going to be it for today. Big thank you to Scott from Watches Galore for letting us check out the Boldr Odyssey. Make sure you check out his channel as well as the other guys that are part of the watch tour. I'll leave a link to all of them in the description below. Also, I'll leave a link to the Formex site where you can take a look at the app. It's really fun. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.